What's going on, everybody? So as you can tell, I'm pretty grumpy. Okay, I'm just getting really tired of the copyright abuse happening on YouTube and how blatantly bullshit the copyright system is. Like, I don't know how many issues have come up when it comes to YouTube when it just involves the copyright system, but it goes from like people being doxxed over it. This information, he filed a false copyright strike against drunken peasants. Then when they tried to counter it with their own bit of legal information, he took their addresses and just posted it. It get taken down by YouTube, thank God, but now he just re-uploaded another video on his new channel where he's like dancing without a shirt on. This guy's 40 years old. 40 years old doing this kind of what he quotes as trolling, which is just straight up illegal activity. People literally getting their whole channels taken down over bullshit copyright strikes. Like for me, for instance, on my first ever YouTube channel, when I had as little as 200 subs, I had a bigger YouTube channel that had over 5 million subs copyright strike one of my videos because they didn't like what I was saying about their YouTube channel. And what kind of repercussions did they get? Absolutely nothing. However, my video was put on hold for a month and a strike was on my channel for a month until they eventually let go of the copyright because it was complete bullshit. Like, their system is ass, right? Now, before we actually get into the video and why I'm so upset about this, I got to give a huge shout out to Riley Catsworth and Anushi for supporting me on the Patreon. If you guys also want your name shout out at the beginning of each and every video, the link to the Patreon will be in the description. Alright, so I think I've already set the tone for the kind of video this is going to be, but I'm actually very upset about this, and not just on a personal level, but just how irritating YouTube is with the whole copyright system. Like, I know I ask this a lot on my YouTube channel, but I always say, like, what would you guys change if you were in charge of YouTube for a day? And the obvious answer is bring back the dislike button. Obviously, that's kind of a top contender. Another thing is get rid of all the AI content, get rid of a lot of problematic actors on the platform. But I think for me, my number one thing would be to redo the copyright system. It is so outdated now, and it's way too easy to abuse with no repercussions to the people abusing it, right? Like I said, I've seen people like dox people using the copyright system, right? Copyright claim a video, you try to counterclaim, you have to give them your legal name, your address, you have to give them all your fucking information. Well, guess what? That little motherfucker who sent a claim on your video in the first place now has access to your legal name, your email, your address, and guess what? They're going to dox you with that information. So they kind of bully you into a situation where you can't counterclaim and you just got to get your video taken down. Like, what kind of fucking system is that? A system where people can blatantly steal information from you and then bully you if you try to do anything about it. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that, YouTube? Not to mention all the countless times people are getting their videos claimed that are bullshit, right? YouTubers have gone to court over this whole thing. Fair use is one of the most highly debated topics on the platform, right? Now, again, I'm super frustrated because one of my videos did just recently get copyright claimed. It didn't get copyright striked, so it's not like I got a strike on my YouTube channel, but getting claimed is also annoying, and I know I'm not making money off my YouTube channel, right? Like, this didn't really affect my bottom dollar. However, when you get a copyright claim, it does actually affect how many people can watch your videos. A lot of the times they'll say like 200 territories can't watch your video now, right? Because it's blocked in those territories. 30 territories can't watch your videos. So it does actually affect your viewership, right? And I know I'm not the only one who got hit with this specific claim. There's some other YouTubers out there too who are bigger, who made the exact same style of video I made, that are all getting hit with this claim as well. And their money's actually being affected by this, right? Because when someone puts out a copyright claim, they're essentially stealing the money. They believe that you have copyright material on your channel or on your video, and that they're legally entitled to that money because they own the copyright to that snippet, right? You can make a 2-hour long, very well done, very well edited video, and then you use like a 2-minute clip, or not even, like a 30-second clip from like a movie or a TV show or a video game. And then that company believes they're entitled to your entire YouTube money now, your entire money that you got from that video because of that one clip. It is complete bullshit, and 95% of the time, it's under fair use, right? And in my particular case, this is definitely under fair use, all right? So if you guys remember, a few weeks back, or probably about a month ago now, Nvidia, the people who make the graphics cards and whatever, they released a showcase showing off the new DLSS 5, which is the brand new technology they're releasing for the newer graphics cards, or like the 50 series or whatever. And essentially, a lot of people called it a slop filter. So essentially what it would do is it would upscale and use AI assets and imagery to upscale the facial features of characters within games, right? And again, this got a lot of like criticism because it just looks super AI. Like, I don't hate the idea of this technology. I think it's cool if they can make some sort of like upscaling technology to make faces look more realistic, but this just honestly looked uncanny as fuck. It's just the lighting and how it makes everything look like it has a Snapchat filter. I can definitely see this technology being cool in the future if they learn how to use it better and not AI slop the fuck out of everything. But it definitely got a lot of criticism, right? And in my YouTube video, by the way, this is a 8-minute YouTube video, I showed the showcase, right? Showing people exactly what it looks like and NVIDIA's showcase itself. And for the most part, this video did well, right? It was sitting at around 2.5K views. There was no issues with it. But then yesterday, I got a notification that there was a copyright claim on my video. So going to the copyright claim page, it says copyright information. The video was Nvidia AI slop problem, the DLSS 5 reveal, whatever. It says what happened. There is a visibility restriction on your video. Your channel isn't affected. And it says the visual from this specific point, I think 3 minute 44 to like 5 minutes or whatever, pretty much the entire showcase that they were showing. And it was claimed by this company called Coffee Tech 04/04/2026. And it says the content owner is LA7. Like, this isn't fucking Nvidia, right? You would assume Nvidia or a Nvidia publishing company or someone who made the showcase would be the one claiming these videos. Right? But it's some company called LA7. Like, who the fuck, insert that meme where it's like, who the fuck is this guy, right? Who are these people? This isn't Nvidia, right? So it obviously gives you the action you can take, which is trim out segment, dispute. I'm honestly willing to dispute. I understand that I'm not making money off this video anyways, but I do believe in fair use, and I think this is a blatant abuse of the copyright system because, first of all, I don't even know who LA7 is. That does not sound like Nvidia or a Nvidia partner or someone representing Nvidia. So I looked into what LA7 is because obviously I'm very curious on who's trying to copyright my video, and apparently it's an Italian broadcasting network. So I went to the Twitter and it says everything about hashtag LA7, programming, news, politics, current affairs, entertainment, movies, TV series, and much more, right? So I'm like confused on how this broadcasting network from Italy is somehow copyright claiming everyone's videos. So I dug a little bit deeper and just saw what some people were saying and kind of used my own information. And I believe what happened here was they did a video or a podcast or a news bit about the Nvidia showcase. And the way things work is, especially with these like broadcasting networks and a lot of like these bigger channels on YouTube, is they copyright their stuff. And that tells the AI system on YouTube that does the copyright that whatever they see in that video belongs to them, right? They have a copyright claim on that content, right? So when they copyrighted their video involving the Nvidia showcase, even though again, Nvidia showcase itself isn't copyrighted material, it now flagged every video that had that showcase, believing that that showcase clip that people have in their video from Nvidia was from the podcast, right? So it was a huge L on YouTube. Even though I don't believe in this specific situation, it was an abuse of the copyright system, which is what I'm really frustrated with. It still shows how awful the copyright system is on YouTube. The fact that a corporation can react to a clip and then claim that clip within a video and copyright it, and then all of a sudden every video that has that clip now all of a sudden has a copyright on their channel. It doesn't make fucking sense. It is stupid. That is so incredibly stupid. So I don't believe that LA7 meant to do this, but when they copyrighted their podcast or their news clip or whatever, it inadvertently caused everyone else on the platform who had that clip in their video under fair use to get copyright claimed. Like, what a stupid ass system. That is so bad. Right? And again, YouTube's going to back out and be like, "Oh no, we don't do middle grounds here. We don't get involved." Well, it's your stupid AI, your dumbass AI that now wrongfully claimed a lot of people's content. Right? And I doubt LA7's even going to like unhold this claim, even though obviously this is a mistake. But yeah, anyways, let's actually get into what Destin, who has a YouTube channel, has to say about this fact because they reached out to YouTube. So let me get this straight at Team YouTube. I recorded and posted my video on 03/16/2026. LA7 used my content on 04/04/2026 and then filed a copyright claim on my channel. How can the YouTube system not just look at the dates and see that it makes no sense? Again, bringing up how the copyright system's shit. It's again a case of YouTube being like, we supply the tools, but we're just a mediator. Right? We give you the tools to copyright claim stuff, but we don't actually look into it. Now, Team YouTube said, to clarify, a content ID claim is automatically generated when our content matches another video in our content ID system. Since you already submitted a dispute, the next step is to wait for the claimant to respond within 30 days. If they don't, the claim on your video will expire and be released. Note that we do not mediate copyright disputes. Like I said, They just give you the tools, but they're not involved. They're not involved at all, right? People may be doxing people over this shit. People may be suing each other over this shit, but it doesn't matter, right? So for 30 days, you're not making any money off that YouTube video if there's a copyright claim on it. Like, what a bunch of horse shit. I really want to talk about YouTube. This is getting so fucking annoying. But yeah, anyways, if you guys want to join the Discord, the link will be in the description. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one.